behind the scenes, Showtizzy, man. What's up, baby? For the people that don't know, man, introduce yourself to the people that don't know what's up, man. Introduce yourself, man, the right proper way, man.
I mean, from Philly North.
Right.
This shit for a minute.
Yeah.
Holding the city down.
Yeah.
But I ain't really trying to be famous, bro. That's why it took a while for us to even do this.
Yeah.
Face.
Right.
I ain't trying to be famous. Like, I'd rather put other niggas on, but
Right.
You hit me up. I like what you doing for the city.
Right.
Try to put niggas on, give niggas another platform and shit like that.
For sure.
I was like, John, that's why I ain't gonna lie, I spun you a little bit. I wanted to do it, but I was like, I don't really want to. I ain't really want to show my face and put myself out there like that.
Right.
So I had to do it. And I was like, so I owed you one. But what's up, though?
Oh, man, I appreciate you, man. Man, I consider you as a legend in the city, man. I'm going to explain to it because we do use that word loosely in the city sometimes, though. But I consider you as a legend because I just look back, man, because you started off as a rapper. Y'all had a rap group, Flyboys. Y'all had that shit popping. Even we can talk about the rap shit and which we going to do. We going to tap into it. But we can also talk about y'all the stand that y'all had, man. Y'all was the first niggas. Y'all made moves that wasn't made before in the city, man. You know what I mean? Even the stand that y'all had on Erie Ave, man. Yo, everybody came to you saw everybody, their mom came to the stand and got some gear, man. We gonna get into it. And then now you doing your thing now with the Phillyfametv. I was the first one that was on cable TV and shit like that, man. We gonna get into it, show. I understand that you don't show your face, but it's like, man, it's like you done so much and you still doing your thing, man. I gotta salute you, man. I can't be no hater, man. I gotta salute you, man. And I'm gonna get into it with you, man. I'm gonna get into it, man. But I want to start it off like that, man. You definitely a legend, man. And you deserve to receive your flowers and shit like that. We gotta start giving each other their flowers and shit. See, we don't hold each other up in the city, man. That's the problem. That's the issue, bro. You know what I mean? And we gonna get into it, man. But we gonna, instead of complaining about it, we gonna make the proper moves. We gonna make the proper moves and we ain't gonna make no more excuses. We gonna just make the moves and shit. And that's how I'm going about things and shit like that, man.
As it should be, bro. I appreciate that, bro, right? Because a lot of niggas don't be giving niggas they props and shit like that. Like, I'm a real quiet nigga for the most part. I would never really get on camera and really say too much. I'd rather let people speak. And a lot of niggas gave me my credit, will give me my credit in private. Like, a lot of behind the scenes, they'll tell me how much I inspired them, how much niggas got game from me, how much niggas modeled they shit after me, niggas that got clothing lines, niggas that doing content, all type of shit, be telling us how they got their shit from us. But then when they get on camera and interviews and shit like that, they act like they forgot. Like, you'll be surprised me niggas we was working with and all of that came up under us that's doing their thing right now, that niggas would be surprised because niggas don't get on camera and say like, yeah, I came up under them niggas, they put me on, they gave me they gave me my first this. I been them niggas, I'm inspired by them, I do what I do because of them. And we go way back with this shit, Johnny. I'm talking about like early 2000s. Talking about like when I was a young boy and Holloman was the guy.
I remember.
Holloman like my old age, a couple years older than me, so I was like the young boy. We grew up on the same block.
Right.
So him and my brother close.
Okay.
So my brother was in the mix with him. My brother face and shit. So I was the face right-hand man at the time. So while Holloman was wavy, my brother was right there with him. So when I start getting in the mix, you know what I mean? Now I'm right there with him. Or at this time, you talking about he like the main guy in the city. When the Eness back came out, him and Eness.
Yeah.
Like this was before Joey, Jihad, Reed, Meek, and all of them. It wasn't none of that yet.
Right.
Holloman, niggas like Cree Forge, Cicero. This was that era. Cheap Bro, Vodka. This was that.
Take us back, show, and that's. I'm glad we right there, man, because I want to start from the beginning with you and shit like that. So you let us know about you and your brother and shit like that, and y'all link with Hollow and shit like that. Well, speak on you being a rapper first and shit like that, or was you a rapper first, or was you just backing your brother play, or you backing Hollow play? Because I know y'all was backing Hollow play for a minute, and like you said, Hollow was on fire for a moment. Nobody couldn't get Hollow on a DVD. Nobody could get you, but y'all had access of Hollow, man. That was man, that was you know what I mean. Talk about it. Let the people know how you first started off and shit like that.
All right, but first and foremost, shout out to everybody in the comments and shit showing love. I can't
Yeah, they
speak
going
on
crazy.
everybody right now, but I see niggas showing love and paying homage and respect. I appreciate that first and foremost. So shout out
Yeah,
to everybody in the comments and shit like that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
well, facing them was rapping and shit. First, like I said, they older and shit. So, Holloman, Paper Chaser, they already had that established from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Holloman basically recruited my brother. My brother used to rap with journalists and shit. I don't know if you familiar, but that's a Philly legend and shit.
Hell yeah.
So that's a whole nother story. Like my story long as shit, bro. So we ain't
We
gonna.
here. We here for it.
I ain't get into the whole draw. I'll give y'all a nice little taste of it though, because I'm gonna put some shit on my platform too, so niggas can see the. I mean, if they really want to hear that, because I know everybody on here ain't here to see me. Some of these people, your fans, people that fuck with your platform. Some of these people might not even know who the fuck I am. I mean, I never seen me, but have no idea. I mean,
this your night. This your night tonight, bro. This your night. I got the time, man.
But yeah, so the story go farther back because, like I said, journalists and shit. That's like family. That's like folks. Like I was originally, a lot of people probably don't know, but I was originally born in South Philly and shit. Used to live in the same building, basically as journalists and shit. Him and his family, so that's how I know them. So fast forward when fast forward when we get older and shit. I mean, we back up north and whatever, because my family originally from North Erie. My mom moved to South Philly and shit, and that's how she met my pop. And I was born. Then we moved back up north and shit.
Okay.
So fast forward, as we got older, journalists became who he was, rapping with cannabis and all of that. And he got popping, and then we realized, like, damn, that's folks from back in the day and shit. So we ended up reconnecting with him while he was lit at the time. And then Face was a little older, and Face was more into rapping and shit. So Face started fucking with him. So Jern started like his own little team and shit from the city, and my brother was a major part of that. Know what I mean,
Dope.
So my brother rapping with journalists at the time and shit, and Hollow knew about him. Like, you know, he from the hood, and, you know, he rapping and shit. He basically recruited him to be down with the Paper Chasers and shit. So my brother basically, you know, like, these niggas, they from the hood, they doing their thing. And I mean, I'm gonna fuck with them on that type shit.
Right.
So this before H even battled Ness and all of that, because the battle took place like a year or two before it even came out.
Right. Oh, it did.
So the day shit ain't come out like instantly. Like, I mean, niggas have filmed some shit and that shit ain't come out till like next year and shit like that.
Right.
So yeah, he got down with him, start running with him. Then the battle situation happened, and before the battle even dropped, a lot of people knew about it. So H wave went up just on the strength that niggas heard about the shit. So niggas, like you would have thought the battle came out the way niggas were acting. I mean,
right.
And then when the battle actually dropped, then you know, went stupid. Like, niggas walk around, he signing autographs, and the guy, like, he was. I mean, you would have thought niggas was signed already.
Right.
I'm still in high school at this time, Johnny.
Yeah.
So I'm running with niggas. You would have thought I was signed just on the strip. I'm with them. I'm just around, bro. And they showing me crazy love just because I'm there. So I get a chance to see niggas, and I seen everybody trying to get that age. That's how I seen Joey in the mix trying to get that age. That's how I know. I mean, it's how we knew Joey and shit. Cause Joey was always around. Joey was hungry for that shit. I gave him credit. Like, Joey wanted that shit. So Hollow was the guy. So he made sure he was around. He battled him and all that before.
Hell yeah.
And so I seen all of them dudes like it was a crazy time, bro. We talking about when Spitters was around.
Shit.
I mean, this time, shout out RIP to my man Spitters.
RP Spitters, bro, man. Another goat. Yeah, man.
And niggas don't know about like that. Like, I mean, like, man. That was a crazy little time. So
it is, man. It was, man. To speak on the battle and shit, since we right there with the battle and shit, was you there?
No, I wasn't there.
All right. How you feel? How you feel like the battle won? Who you feel won, man? I know H man and all that shit like that. No, who feel won that?
No, I interviewed H. When I interviewed H, I asked him about it. And he basically said, like, come on, bro. Like, he said, he basically was like, you can ask Had, basically, like, because I whispered some shit and Had air what I was giving. He said, because the crowd was going, because mind you, it was kind of an unfair advantage to Had because he did it in our hood.
Right.
So it was no way. I give Had credit for even attempting, you know, niggas was hungry, they do whatever. So I give him the credit for even going at him and that. I mean, that's a bro. I mean, around our way. So, like, you ain't going H first of all on that, and then he said the crowd was going so crazy. The last couple bars, he just whispered and had air. And he basically like, you can ask Had what I said to it, like on that type. So, I take his word for it. Like, but Had was hungry, but he went. I don't think he would have got over on H. Not too many niggas in the city could have got over on H at that time, and even now, like.
Right. He definitely a dog, man. Even with the Eness battle, the Eness versus Hollow battle and shit like that. That was crazy too, man. But I ain't gonna bump into. I want you to continue your story. I don't want to bump into it, man. I want you to give it to us, man. So
damn, where I was at.
We was at when shit was
lit. You asked me about how I started rapping and shit. So
yeah.
So I was because Face my older brother and shit, like real blood brother for niggas who don't know. So it ain't like niggas that say brothers, so that's my real brother. So if you're a younger brother, anything your older brother do, you think you could do. Know what I mean? So when I see him rapping and shit and all of that, I'm like, I start fucking around with it, not on no serious shit though.
Right.
I mean, I'm fucking around freestyling, fucking around with niggas that whoever I was around at the time, my homies and shit like that. And once facing them really got their wave going and shit like that, and I'm like, damn, that shit motivated me even more. But I wasn't nice yet, know what I mean? So they wasn't on no shit like, just because you face brother, you could be with us. It's like, no, a lot of niggas who got brothers, Hollow got a brother, other niggas got brothers and cousins and shit, so you couldn't just come around just because you were related to niggas.
Right.
Right. So I had to get my game up. So Face, my brother, he kept it real with me too. He wouldn't just tell me I'm nice. Like no, step your shit up. And then one day I had a nice little drum, but no, backtrack a little bit. One day he playing a beat and shit in the house. So I walk in while he writing to it and shit. And I'm just nodding my head. He see me nodding my head and shit. He like, you got something for this drum? Like, yeah, got something for this drum? He like, let me hear something there. And I spit my little shit. And he look at me like damn, like, oh shit. And he like, no, he like, H niggas got hair you. Like, I gotta take you down. Like, niggas got hair you and shit. Like, everybody, so some shit like, yo, y'all got hair you. Like, So then he gave everybody around. He had me spit for everybody and shit. And then H was like, he's like, yeah, bro, like, man, we gonna keep you around and shit. And under the wings, other little young niggas at the time from my hood that was trying to get down. He's like, yeah, you gonna be. I mean, we gonna have. He's basically thinking like, yeah, we gonna put a little young team. He ain't expect me to be what I was going. He just thinking like, all right, I mean, and then the more I was around and shit, this when Club Flow was popping. This a whole nother story and shit. So Club Flow was popping. This when everybody in Club, this early 2000 shit still. So everybody in the city at the time who used to rap, you had to go there. This was the outlet. We didn't have none of these outlets like that. At the time, this before we even put our DVD out. So it was only like Big Star DVD and Spitters DVD for real. DVD series that niggas was really old. It was other niggas had DVDs here and there, but they was like the main genres. So if you couldn't get on them genres, this was like your outlet for real.
Right.
So this why we came across niggas like Meek. This what Meek used to go. I mean, before niggas knew who the fuck he was. I mean, like he used to go be down there. I see him down there, Reed down there, all type of motherfuckers to be down there, John. But Paper had this shit on Smash, and nobody that went down there could deny that. It's not a nigga who was rapping in the early 2000s that was going to Club Flow that would dispute that.
Right, that's a fact.
I mean, so by me being in the mix with them, know what I mean, and running around with them and shit, and they having me battle little motherfuckers and shit that come up that, because at the time they was the target because they was popping, so everybody would come and try to battle them and shit, and they be like, I mean, show get them, and you already know. So once they see me in action like that, they definitely like, they like, yeah, he gotta be with us. Like, so now I'm the young boy on the team. Like everybody had the young boy. So like so if you was compared that to major figures, I would have been like the little rookie, you know what I mean, or something like that.
Right.
And my Paper Chasers, for those who don't know, was managed by Marcus Graham, who also managed Major Figures.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I know Erie Ave. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
So Major Figures manager Marcus Graham was Paper Chasers manager.
Oh, wow, I didn't know.
The same boy who told Dutch and Spade and them they was crazy and Gil and them they was crazy, he told me I was one of the nicest niggas he heard. Same nigga who managed them niggas, know what I mean? So Graham stamped us, you know what I mean? So us had to be nice to be around, bro. Niggas weren't just bringing niggas around just because you was related or you was cool or you was thorough. No, you had to talk that shit. Because niggas would talk that shit. So I'm going down there to Club Flow joint. They got the Hot 16 battle and shit. So niggas will perform, and then at some point, either in the middle or at the end, they'll call two niggas to the stage, and start the battle drawing up, like a little battle. I mean, basically sudden death type of drawing. So I
Right.
used to go there and mop shit. I
Damn.
mean, I went down there like a motherfucker, like couple different times and shit, like, and
Mm.
everybody was on that drawing, like, so I really made my bones on that type time as far as rapping. That's how I kind of came into the fold and shit, as far as like being around them. And the story
Wow.
go from there, bro. I could go on all day with the story, bro. I don't want to hold it up too much. I know you probably got some questions and shit, but
No, we flowing. We
I mean,
flowing.
I could go for real. Like the story go. I mean, it's the longest shit, bro. That's why I don't want to. I don't want to hold.
Joe,
I
you
don't
good?
hold
You
it up
good?
too
You know how we doing the first 4 days. You good, bro? This tonight
much.
your
I mean,
night, man.
it to be super long. Like I mean,
Yeah,
like I'm skipping over some shit and all that too. But
yeah. But
um,
y'all been doing your thing for some time and shit like that. You rapping and the mixing, you rapping and shit. Like you said, you talk like the DVD shit. Y'all took the DVD lane over at one point of a time and shit like that. I want you to speak on y'all creating DVDs. What inspired y'all to make DVDs and shit and take it to the next level that y'all took it to
great,
and shit like that?
great, great question, bro. Because
Mm-hmm.
I got. I mean, give myself some credit and give my folks some credit because we don't get it, and a lot of niggas don't give it to us. So I got kind of big ourselves up on this. Because
Real
like I said,
shit.
the only outlets for real was Big Star and Slip Heavy Spitters. Like that's like I
Mm,
don't want to disrespect nobody who might have had a DVD out at the time, but that's like the main joints. Like when they drop, niggas that go get them. And
right.
and at the time we wasn't on them. Like me and Face wasn't on them. I mean,
Mm,
so the idea came about mainly it was Face idea. Shout out to Face. Like we gotta pay homage to him because
the
Face
face.
is he indirectly is the reason why a lot of niggas do content today. Like meaning that
Mm,
I'm gonna explain why. Like Face gotta get his props, and I'm gonna tell you why.
get it.
At the time, we was about long story short, bro. We
Mm,
was about the the Paper Chasers group. Everybody was doing their thing, and me and Face was trying to get our bones and get our name. Everybody knew Hollow, but
mm-hmm,
everybody ain't know us. Know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? So we we're gonna put our own little mixtape, know what I mean? Like so niggas can get to know us. And the Face came out with the idea like, yo, we should do a DVD and shit, like with
Wow.
the mixtape. This is like 2002. Now niggas wasn't thinking about shit like that back then.
Hell no. Hell
I'm
no.
still in high school at the time, like I told you, bro. And Face like 20 years old, some shit like that. So he
Right.
like, I mean, let's do the DVD and we gonna call it, man, Face SF, showing Face Sucker Free. That was our wig, so we gonna call it Sucker Free DVD. So
Mm,
Face, so at the time, Face just caught like a coke case and a weed case back to back. So he was on house arrest at this time. So he
mm.
used to get up early in the morning and shit, go to my aunt crib, get her camcorder, shout out to my aunt, that's Castro mom, my cousin Castro, who's part of Flyboys and shit, his mom.
Mm.
So he would get her camera and run around and get footage and shit of niggas. So he
Wow.
would go get the footage and come back with crazy footage every day. So
Mm.
then eventually Graham seen what he was doing and seen what he was getting and pulled him to the side like, yo, bro, let's make this DVD for the team and shit. Like, I mean,
Right.
like we could call it Bananas instead of Sucker Free and make this shit and we could promote the whole situation. And
Wow.
because Faye's such a team player, he ain't never been all about himself. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, cool, we can make this shit about the team. Fuck it, let's make it about the team then. I mean, let's get it. So
Wow.
it could have been, so if he had said no, he could have just made that our shit and we could have had our shit popping. Mind you,
Right.
you don't even understand the footage he had on the shit. Face filmed damn near the whole DVD. So he filmed this shit with the crazy cypher in front of Club Flow with Joey Jihad, Cicero, Spittage.
Mm.
This is what Joey Jihad probably the first major DVD he was on because a lot of niggas ain't know who he was at the time. We just
Right.
know around. This the
Mm.
first DVD Spittage was seen on. Niggas just
Wow.
heard Spittage on Figures mixtape when he was dissing the Gunners back in the day. Nobody
Right.
never seen what he looked like. So it's the first DVD niggas seen what Spittage looked like. And then
Wow.
this the first DVD that Cicero dissed Cassidy on. This one that
Oh
beef.
man.
So
I
this all
remember.
the footage that Face got. So he
Wow.
could have kept that to the neck, and that could have just been our job. And a lot of
Yeah.
people would have knew us way more than they know us now
Hell yeah.
because we'd have
Wow.
pushed to the forefront because that was our shit. We'd have
Right.
had this. We'd have had the exclusive shit with Hollow and Eness on the block after the battle. Ness come down to the
Mm.
hood and they do a cipher on the block.
Right. Right.
Know what I mean, so we
Wow.
had shit. Like I said, in Madrid at the time, no other DVDs was out like that, and no other DVDs was putting us on. So we had to put
Mm.
ourselves on basically. So long
Wow.
story short with that, that's how we started the DVD. The DVD came out, shit did crazy numbers. And you notice a different time because our DVD was going for $20 a pop.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
$20 a pop, bro, and they was popping.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, man.
Hold up. Because we gotta talk about the clothing. We're gonna do that next. So y'all had the stand, right? Y'all
Yeah,
had on the stand, y'all had your own DVDs on the damn stand that y'all
right.
created, that y'all put together, shout out to Faith. And then on top of that, y'all had your own clothing and shit like that, own shirts, all that, different designs and shit. We gonna about to dab into that. Then on top of that, y'all was doing y'all was selling y'all mixtapes and shit to that. And y'all was selling other people mixtapes at the time too. So y'all was doing your
Right.
thing. So speak on the clothing and shit like that. We gonna bounce back to the DVD shit because y'all definitely y'all was on the radio, y'all was on the Power 99. I remember y'all shouted me out when I was doing my thing. That shit was y'all gave me life. That y'all gave me motivation to keep going and shit. But speak on the clothing real quick. The clothing, cause y'all took that to the next
All
level
right.
too.
That's a whole nother story. So like my story in 3 phases. So the
Mm,
first phase was the early 2000s, the DVD shit. The
right.
second phase would be the clothing line shit, and the third phase would be Philly fame. So we go
Wow.
past the first phase and go to the second phase then, which is the clothing line shit.
Let's get it.
So at the time, all right, so the paper chasers wave kind of died down. Shit, what happened with that? That's a whole story in itself. A documentary gonna have to be done on that, and it's going. I mean, I already got footage for it. I just gotta really put it together and shoot some more up to date shit. But
Mm,
that shit only that because niggas need to know what happened. That's one of the greatest stories never told. As far as like
yeah.
one of the greatest, biggest groups from the city and that never really made it. I mean, so
Hell
and
yeah,
it's
man.
happening behind that niggas don't know about. Like, niggas died, niggas went to jail, all type of shit. So niggas need to
Wow.
so so
And
after
one thing
that shit,
about you, bro, you always got your footage to back up what you say, bro. You'll pull that shit right out like, like, you know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to get that shit. We can't wait. The city can't wait to get that, man. Oh my,
for sure. It's kind of fizzled down and shit.
but
Me and Face was like on some shit like, damn, what we gonna do now? Man, you might as well, start rocking out and putting our shit together. And at the time, my cousin Cashville started coming of age. Like, he started finding his own and getting in his bag and shit. He was inspired